There you go.
Welcome to the 2022 Awards Banquet here at Dom Savatta's home in beautiful Goshen, New York. It's a lovely place here. We have a pool right here where the kids have been swimming, and it's a wonderful setting. So welcome everybody to this great ceremony for Dom Savatta. So I wanted to talk a little bit at the beginning here about what Dom has done for the league. He started in 2002 to put the internet part of the league together, which we're calling the modern era of the SFL. And so since the SFL started, we have had 90 individual players who have been part of the league. And we are currently at 55 members who participated last year, which was a high. We may even be a few more this year. So because of Dom's innovative website and ability to keep track of all of the stats, we have been able to keep this league going for as long as it has. It would not be here without the efforts of Dom Savatta, so we thank him very much. Now, I wanted to point out in 2022 season that we had some really interesting races. First of all, Brian, Commish 2, is going to give us a rundown of the top of the league. But I wanted to point out that the rookies last year did exceptionally well. Maddie was 5th, Bobby D was 6th, Max was 7th. Maddie and Bobby D had 120 wins and Max had 118. And Natalie D was 12th with 114 wins, and Abby D was 15th. So all 5 of those players were in the top 5. And Phil C was also a rookie, and he ended up in 26th place at 108 wins. But by and large, we had a great year with the addition of the young players into the league. And I just wanted to give Commish 2 a chance to talk about the race to the finish for Dom Savatta as it progressed through the season. Commish 2.
Thank you, Commish 3. Okay, so Dom, his road to the top was spotty at best, but he was in the 10th week, halfway through the season, he was in 9th place. In week 11, he dropped to 13th place, came back to 9th place in week 12, and 6th place in week 13. So he was really a non-factor, and we weren't paying much attention to him. But he had a real run near the end of the season, and he ended up in first place on one day of the year, the final day, the Super Bowl.
The most important day of the year, to be number 1.
And we had a couple of other leaders. Rachel spent a lot of time in first place, and I'd like to congratulate Rachel for a wonderful season. And JBM, who also spent a significant amount of time in first place. But both of them ultimately, I hate to use this word, faded. And as I see it here, JBM was in first place from week 7 till week 15. Week 7 to week 15, he was in first place. Then, in week 16, Rachel took over all the way up to week 20. And it looked like it was hers to be had. But, as we say, Dom had a late season surge. He had 6 or better wins in the last 5 weeks, and he passed Rachel in the Super Bowl. So it was a wonderful race, a very exciting race, yeah, right down to the end. Yeah. Also, just want to give you a couple of lifetime stats for Dom. This year, Dom ended up with 127 wins, and he for 570, 57% of the games, which is he should go to Vegas with that kind of information. But and that was his best in his lifetime overall. his average over his lifetime in the SFL overall is 481. That's how much 570 was good. He was 475 in NFL and 488 in college. So he was actually a little better in college than the NFL. But this was one of his best years. He was 568. Actually, in 2015, he was 600 in college. And he never got there that high in NFL. So he's had quite a career below 400, 800, 500, but what a fantastic season.
Right, he did. I just want to point out a couple of things that you mentioned briefly. So Rachel did win what we call the Vanderbilt Cup. There are 4 players from went to school at Vanderbilt: Devin, Sarah, Rachel, and Michael H. or Michael. All went to Vanderbilt, and Rachel won the Vanderbilt Cup this year. So I just wanted to mention that as well. And then again, you did point out that JBM had a terrific year too.
Yeah.
So it was a great year overall. Very happy with it. So, Commissioner, should we do the?
Yeah. So what we're going to do at this time is we're going to contact. We have. Well, I think we should maybe call in Commish 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, we'd like to introduce. This is the first time. Well, not the first time because you were here. Commish 1, welcome aboard.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome, Commish 1.
Thank you.
Yeah. Commish 1, obviously, we're talking about the initial idea behind the league happened at a golfing outing with Dom, Dylan, and Sean, and they talked about it, and Dom said, I think I can do that, and sure enough, he pulled it off, and here we are today with the SFL, and it's been 21 years that we've been doing this, so it's a great.
And on our executive committee, there's one other member. He's what we call the shadow commish. He's never in front of the camera, but he has a lot of say about how this league is run. And we're going to try to call him now, right?
Right, that's right.
And I'll go get the
Right,
trophy.
Yeah. So
Great.
hang on one sec. I'm going to put this on pause for a second.